the issue on most people's minds right now is what just happened? What was 2020 about? What has happened in the last year? Is there any sense to it? Is there any understanding of it, or a greater understanding of it, that can give us some kind of a foothold to define for ourselves where we are at this point in time? Or was it just a senseless thing that was just sort of random and just randomly happening to all of us? The answer is it's not just a senseless thing. It's part of a greater cycle. It's part of a roughly 36-year cycle of cosmic effects on our planet that we see. And in short, it's called the Saturn-Pluto conjunct. And they always leave three things in their wake. And these things are war, famine, and pestilence. We have pestilence. This is our pandemic that we're currently experiencing. And unfortunately, we also have very real famine. We have very real economic hardships that is happening, and that will continue to happen for a while still. And it's affecting each and every one of us in some way. And that is what this talk is about. It is to explain what happened from a metaphysical perspective. And it's to just talk a little bit about the future, about the possibilities, and how we can all learn and grow from this as a unique opportunity for us to grow spiritually and to become better people. So the pandemic had both impacts on me. I mean, firstly, here in South Africa as a hands-on healer, that stopped. So the practice stopped working in its normal form about a year ago. Now, on a physical impact, I contracted the coronavirus around about mid-December of 2020. I subsequently have understood that I did contract a very serious strain of the virus. I was very ill. What was interesting to me in that process is it was like nothing I had experienced before. It's certainly not the common cold or the flu that we're used to. And my biggest experience was almost sensing in my body that this virus was programmed to replicate at a rate that I had certainly not encountered before. And that its replication rate was such that my immune system could not get on top of it. It was just a cycle of week after week of getting better, doing something small, relapsing, and going into fever again. And I basically had 5 weeks of daily temperature spikes over 37, 37.2, 37.3. And eventually I found a very simple solution to take the environment in which the virus was replicating and neutralize it through an anti-acid. And this is the thing that worked. And for me, what was so amazing about that is how simple that solution was. And I think it's a solution that we can potentially in future apply to any viral infection, just to give our immune systems the chance to overcome it. And it's such a simple solution that it is available everywhere in the world, over the counter. And I think I'd like to share that with people, just to take the fear out of the virus, out of the pandemic.